Okay, now moving to our session 4, which is going to be a quick session. We'll talk about storing wine and serving wine. So first of all, storing wine. Why is it so important to store, or why can't we just store it anywhere, really? Some people say that wine is a living thing and it needs correct temperature, correct humidity, just like human beings do. I don't know how much of that is truth, but it requires constant cool temperature. It requires an area which is away from light or source of light. It should be stored horizontal and not vertical, and it needs constant humidity. It needs minimum vibration, and I will tell you a little bit about these points. Constant cool temperature. Wine needs a constant cool temperature. It does not like warm area. The wine can go bad if it's too warm. The flavors and aroma profile of the wine can get hampered, and the wine can mature quicker if that happens. So that's not ideal. Away from source of light again, you shouldn't be keeping your wine out in a place where the sun is shining and you getting the sun all day long. It should be kept in a dark place, and that is why cellars are the best place to keep wines, because they're away from any source of light. Keep them horizontal, just as it has been shown in this picture. Keeping it horizontal is the reason behind it is, unlike this picture where you have screw caps, some of the wines still have corks, the wooden corks, and the cork can dry out if it's not kept horizontal. If it's kept vertical, the cork wouldn't be in contact with the wine, and it might dry out and just drop inside the wine, which will obviously spoil the wine. Needs constant humidity, and that is again one of the factors that a cellar gives. It gives constant humidity, and it needs minimum vibrations. Consider wine Consider a bottle of wine as yourself. When you like to sleep during the night, you want constant temperature. You do not want a source of light. You want to stay horizontal. You need constant humidity and you need minimum vibrations. So I always say, keep in mind what you would want when you are sleeping on the bed. Okay, and that's exactly the same point that the wine does when it needs to mature, when it needs to be stored. And that's also a reason why cellars are the best place to store wines. It has a constant temperature. It doesn't have any source of light. It's dark. The wines can be kept horizontal over there. They are stored horizontal. It has constant humidity and it has minimum vibrations because it's underground. Um, there you go. So that's a little bit of idea about storing wine. After storing wine, we will talk a little bit about the serving temperature. It's very important to serve wine at the right temperature. If you serve white wines at a temperature which is too hot, it can completely damage the aromas of the wine. It'll taste flabby, it'll taste flat, it'll taste neutral. It won't have any flavors, and it might also seem very acidic to you. So again, white wines, that's the reason white wine are served at a lower temperature. Red wines, on the contrary, if they are served at an incorrect temperature, of it's being too cold, will lack any flavor, will lack flavors and aroma profiles. It might seem bland, it might seem, again, flabby. You won't feel that you're drinking a red wine. It'll be very neutral as well. So again, white wines, red wines, or any wine for that matter, should be served at the correct temperature. You can only enjoy wine and its flavors to the maximum if the serving temperature is right. If the serving temperature is incorrect, unfortunately, the flavors and the aromas of the wines sort of get shifted, and you won't be able to enjoy it. Light-bodied white wines are served between 4 to 7 degrees. Light-bodied red wines are served between 10 and 12 degrees centigrade, and these are all in centigrades. Full-bodied white wines are served between 7 and 12 degrees centigrade. Full-bodied red wines are served between 15 to 18 degrees centigrade. Sparkling wines as chilled as possible, about 3 to 6, 7 degrees centigrade. Sweet wines again about 6 to 7 degrees, 8 degrees centigrade. This is something that is very important to remember. Generally speaking, white wines are served chilled, red wines are served a little warmer, but then there are few categories um, in that bracket as well, which is in front of you. Please keep that in mind always before serving any of your wine. If white wine is too hot, please put it in a chiller or in a fridge before the service. If red wines are too cold, please take it out of the fridge about half an hour before you're going to serve it or drink it, and bring it down to a temperature so that you can enjoy it properly. Okay, so that brings us to the end of this course, Introduction to Wines Level 1. We will shortly be coming up with Level 2 as well in the continuation of this series, and then subsequently maybe Level 3 at some point of time. All our courses are going to be certified courses from UK based bodies, so you don't have to worry about the certification. You still have to do an assessment which is 20 questions, and the passing marks are 60%. MCQ questions which you'll have. Once you pass that, you will get a certificate from Ravi Sharma Academy, which will carry our logo and certified bodies logo as well. So I hope you've enjoyed this and it has been a knowledgeable course for you. Look forward to interacting with you once again at some point of time. So enjoy and keep drinking wine. Cheers.